Hi guys, how are you all? I am back with yet another video. If you have been here before, welcome back. And if you are new, welcome. This is Mansi from Readers and Creators. So today's video is about movie adaptation of books which you should watch. Either a reader or a non-reader. Because I know I am totally against movie adaptation of books, and I also made a video about reading over watching. You should watch it after this video. And I had my certain reasons why, but these movies I'm gonna talk about are so nicely adapted into movie version that they don't totally distort the idea of book or the essence of book. They don't kill it. They rather just give you a view, imagination in moving form like that, and it's good to watch these movies. Now, being a reader, I always prefer reading books before watching its adaptation, and I am so particular about which movies I will watch or which series I will watch of the book, because if I love the book so much, I just avoid watching its adaptation because I'm so scared that it may get spoiled. But being a non-reader, you all should just watch these movies because the essence which author talked about in the book, you might not get it completely by watching a movie, but you will get some. And I want all of you to know that story, that particular story which I will tell these 10 movies. And I don't know, I just want that story to spread like coronavirus. Not a good example, I know, but yeah, you all should just know about it. Obviously, the words which we read, the feeling, the vibe, the imagination power, everything which comes with reading is totally missing in movies. But sometimes, like science fiction, like thriller, like mystery, I think these genres, their adaptations are like a nice choice to make, because these imaginations, like science fiction, I know it's good to read too, but I prefer watching science fiction. It's like robotics and man and time travel and everything. I prefer watching that. So these movies I'm gonna talk about, I have watched myself. Out of these 10, I think I have read 7 and 3 I directly watched without even reading the book. But I loved them all, and I am so like giving you the guarantee that it won't spoil your fun of book. And they are good. Yes, everyone should watch this. The directors did a great job. Also, one tiny disclaimer: don't ever watch a Bollywood movie adaptation of books. They just totally spoil it. Only watch Hollywood adaptations, because those people, those directors just try to include every important thing the author talked about in the book, like the tiny dialogues, the tiny conversation, they try to include that too. But Bollywood have to give that essence, the swada anusar Bollywood touch, they have to give that. And because of that cheesy Bollywood touch, they seriously spoil the movie. I haven't watched the SSR's Dil, and I just forgot that name, the adaptation of The Fault in Our Stars, because I love that book and I love that movie, and I was not at all going to just spoil it for the rest of my life. And I know I can't judge it without even watching the movie, but I watched the trailer and it was enough to spoil. So I don't, and I'm warning you, don't even watch the trailer of The Girl on the Train by Bollywood, okay? Now, without any further delay, I am totally off the point. I'm just gonna tell you about all these movies you should watch, which are made from books. Now, first in the list is Divergent series by Veronica Roth, which is directed into movie by Neil Burgon. Divergent, Allegiant, and Insurgent. This is a science fiction, and as much as the book was fascinating and interesting to read, and it's a trilogy, so after finishing one book, you will be like, just go and grab the second one and just go and grab the third one. But this movie is also so nicely directed and adapted. And this stars Theo James and Shailene Woodley. Theo James. I love him, so I am a little too biased here because I'm telling this at the first number. They played the role of Tris and Ford, the protagonist of the book, and yeah, it's adapted nicely. I'm again saying that book can never be totally 100% adapted into its movie or series version. There might be some missing things here and there, but if you prefer watching movie over reading, just go for it. Second in the list is, people who know me, they know that The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I'm too obsessed with this book and this movie. Like, I don't reread books so often, so I haven't reread this book, but I watched the movie like million times, and this also stars Shailene Woodley, so I think she is just made for playing the roles of fictional character. How lucky she is. This movie is directed by Josh Boone, and it's adapted quite well. I just loved the actors, how they played the role of Hazel Grace and Augustus Waters, how they just fit into the frame. The characters which were presented in the book and the characters these actors played in the movie, they were like, it was visible, right? When you are watching the movie, it was really so clear that these actors have done their work so nicely. They have read the book so nicely and they are just playing the character they read. So why we readers don't want to watch movie and we prefer reading over watching? Because we are so scared that the fictional characters we are so obsessed with and the actors which play in the movie might spoil them. But these actors done a really nice job, and this movie is really a success because of those actors. Because book and movie, they are always different. I'm not gonna tell you on every single movie I tell you, but yeah, it's a good one. The Fault in Our Stars, it's an intense one. It's young adult romance drama and about cancer, so you should watch this. Third in the list is The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Now, Nicholas Sparks' books are adapted into movies, like plenty of his books. I saw many rom-coms and they are like based on a novel by Nicholas Sparks. Based on a novel by Nicholas Sparks. There are so many movie adaptations of his books, but I personally loved this one, The Notebook, because I am so intrigued with its story, and I think that this is the most epic love story. In the book, obviously, but in the movie also. This movie is really the greatest love story, and anyone who is so about love stories and romance and that eternal love, boy and girl going through the phases of adolescence, adult, young, old, and everything, just watch this movie. This is an epic love story, and this is so great. And if you are a reader, first go read the book and then watch the movie. Next in the list is Atonement by Ian McEwan. I haven't read this book, but I have read other books by Ian McEwan, and his writings are really a bit confusing in the beginning, but as you move forward, it just gets cleared out and untangled. But Atonement, this movie I watched few months back, and this is really like roye khade ho jana type movie, and it will give you goosebumps. Whole movie will just go like simple movie, and you will be like, we have watched historical movies, we have watched war movies, this is going like that, what's so great about that, and in last 15 to 20 minutes the whole thing just, it's like mind-blowing, and just those 15-20 minutes will give you goosebumps, will give you like tears will well up in your eyes, and you will be freezed on your place, and you will be like, ye kya ho gaya? What is this? Kyun hua? Why? You will just keep asking yourself question, and movie is finished, it's ended. This is a brilliant movie. It's about wartime, it's romance, it's drama, historical, everything. This is directed by Joe Wright, and the actors are Keira Knightley, Saoirse Ronan. I couldn't just pronounce her name correct. I listened the pronunciation of her name like million times on YouTube, and every time I have to pronounce it, I pronounce it wrong. So just watch it. This is a great movie, and if you want to feel like that sensation in your body after you finish a movie, and you will be like, अब कुछ नहीं करना पूरे दिन, कुछ नहीं करना. I watched a fantastic movie. अब कुछ नहीं करना. Just watch this. Next is Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. Now this is one of my favorite book, like favorite and favorite and favorite here. And I was so scared of watching its adaptation because I told you I avoid watching adaptation of the books I love. But I have Amazon Prime subscription, and every time I open it, there's like this Little Woman on in front in like this bada, and I just scroll it. The next time I open it again, it's like universe were telling me, just go and watch it, yaar. You just read that book. You are so in love with that book. You are so obsessed with those characters, and you resemble so much with Joe March. Just go watch this movie. And then finally I did. I was so scared, but I did. And gratefully, fortunately, it turned out a great movie. This is directed by Greta Gerwig, and he has done a really nice job. Because classic books, like, they have so much into them, so much. The words, every single line is like lapeti hui hoti hai meanings mein. You have to just like stuck it out, and not every person can get each meaning the author is trying to say. But this director, he has done a great job, and I should say that बहुत महीन काम किया है इन्होंने इस बुक को मूवी में अडैप्ट करने का, because this is classic book we are talking about, and also which includes 5 strong female characters. There are 4 sisters, and everyone is like the definition of feminism or empowerment, or everyone is just vibing out certain things, and you have to just take every character's personality and just put it into a movie. You have to choose the actors, you have to just let them play accordingly and everything. It's a really big task to adapt a classic book, and he has done a really nice job. So if you don't read Little Woman because it's a classic book and not many people love classic genre, or it's a thick book also, so just go and watch this movie because there's so much missing in it. I'm again saying that but there's so much missing in the movie which was in the book, but still if you watch that movie you will get the meaning of what author was trying to say in the book. Next is Forrest Gump by Winston Groom. Yes, this was a book initially. The movie is based on this book by Winston Groom, and the movie is directed by Robert Zemeckis. These names are so hard to pronounce, and I'm a reader, so I have that liberty that I just pronounce someone's name wrong in my head and I just go along with that. Keep calling him wrong. Whatever. Just in the movie, Tom Hanks played the role of protagonist Bumpa Gump, and in the book, the protagonist was a little more darker, or his personality was a little more depressed or in darker side, which is missing in the movie. But still the movie is nice, and because there's Tom Hanks, we are talking about, guys, he's a great actor and he acted very nicely, and I just love this movie. It's also about wartime and it's also about romance, and this a really weird, strange type of romance, but at the same time so adorable and cute and like idle. So yeah, just watch this movie. I don't have to say more about this. I love Tom Hanks acting, and I love this movie, Forrest Gump. Next in the list is The Devil Wears Prada by Lauren Wiesberger. Now, the strange thing about this book and movie is the movie is better than the book. Yeah, I am saying that. Yeah, I know, I am saying that. But I read the book and it was like जबरदस्ती खींचना किसी चीज को. I get the essence of the book. I get the meaning of what author was trying to say. But when I watched the movie after 2-3 months of reading the book, I found the movie more nice, or I found movie like so good than the book. Simply, the movie is better than the book. So in this case, you don't even have to go for the book. Just go and watch the movie. It's great. Anne Hathaway is the protagonist, and she played the role of Andy, and Marilyn Streep played the role of Miranda. And she done a really great job. Like, it's so hard to be like that bossy and attitude wala style, but Marilyn Streep played that so well. And yeah, The Devil Wears Prada, it's a lovely, lovely movie, and I think we millennial era ke bacche should definitely watch that, because we are so much after Browns and money and that and that. So watch it. Next is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This is a young adult and romance, and this book is so interesting to read. Young adults are so like, they are so mind relieving, or like relax karke padho aaram se. They are so good, and this movie, this is adapted so nicely. I can't seem to find any more words like nice, because I'm talking about the adaptation of books into movie, and I can't go beyond nice. Well, the movie is directed by John M. Chu, and the protagonists are Nick Young and Rachel Chu. So this is a good movie, Crazy Rich Asians, and as the name is, Crazy Rich Asians, like there is so much money with Nick Young, so much. We can't even go, our imagination can't even go to that place, and he has that much money. So it's really crazy, but it's a good humor. There's a lot of humor, and you will enjoy watching this movie. So what's this? Next is The Shawshank Redemption. Yes, the classic and the loved movie which failed on box office. It was originally a novella by Stephen King, which was named Rita Hayworth and The Shawshank Redemption, which was adapted into a movie and named The Shawshank Redemption. This is a fantastic movie. This talks about hope, and I just don't know. You just get that feeling when you watch that movie, and no one else can tell you that what you will feel. It's like that feel karne wali thing. It can't be expressed in words. And the actors are Morgan Freeman. I love him. His acting is brilliant. He's like that manjha hua kalakar. Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. And if you see Tim Robbins now on Google, he is so old, you won't even recognize him. But in the movie, he played a really nice character. And novella is less than novel, but more than short story, if you are wondering what novella is. And yeah, this is a good, very good movie. And every person who have watched this movie, and I talked about this, they are like, kya movie hai yaar, kya gajab movie hai. But when I search this movie on Google, I get to find that this failed on box office, like miserably. And this movie is fantastic. So don't ever go for what box office is rating, and just watch this movie and you will wonder why it failed so much. Last on the list is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And this is also a classic book which is adapted into movie. And as I told you, adapting a classic book into a movie is really a great task. But again, the director Baz Luhrmann done a really nice job here. And he adapted this book into a brilliant movie. And there's again this actor, Leonardo DiCaprio. You all are aware with him, Titanic wala hero. So he acted so well, and this movie is also so nice. And these books are like कि अगर आप book भी नहीं पढ़ रहे हो तो movie देख लो. Please get the message. No matter from where you are getting it, from the book or the movie, get the message. If you are a reader, go for the book. Like blindly go for the book. But if you are a non-reader, just watch these movies. Or to have that feel, like roye khade karne wali feel, which we get while reading the books. So I'm at the same time just manipulating you to be a reader. Well, so I think I told you 10 books which are adapted into movie, and you should watch this. And you should also watch my previous video, Reading Over Watching, because then you will get why I don't like watching adaptation. but I have watched all these adaptations. So I also watch adaptations, but I don't like watching adaptations. And it's really so confusing, like my life. Now I'm gonna go and leave you all to just go on to or your Netflix or Amazon Prime or torrent and just download these movies or just watch them and just go and watch this after watching my video, and one at a time, man, one at a time, because after watching this movie you are gonna take a day to suck that in, to observe that things. And yeah, tell me if you like it or not. Tell me if you want to make more versions of it, like episode 1, 2, 3 and 4 like this. And because I watch movie adaptation, but I don't like watching movie adaptation. What did I say something? No. Like, comment, share and subscribe, guys. And give me some content ideas in the comments. It's not like मेरे पास content खत्म हो गए बस इतनी सी वीडियो में. Don't even try to say that. मेरे पास content है, but I want to make videos which I think my audience would like to watch, like to hear from me, the recommendations or the reviews of books or anything. Just tell me. And I got the Paris Library from Hatchet, which is like going best-selling book at the current time, and I am thinking of doing a review of it. So tell me if you want that review on this video or on my Instagram handle. Go and follow that. And yeah, till then, keep reading, be happy and watch these movies. Bye bye.